Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, today we meet again during our English lesson and we are going to continue with Unit 1, What Do You Like? Taken from the Pulse 2 textbook, and we are going to focus on the topic of grammar in page 12. Before we start, I would like you to turn on page 12 from your textbook. What are we going to learn today? As stated in the lesson objective, in this lesson, students will revise the present simple in terms of affirmative, negative, questions and short answers, and students will also revise the present continuous, again with the affirmative, negative, questions and short answers. Affirmative is the other words for positive or to agree. In tenses, there will be positive sentence, negative sentence, and questions and also short answers, or also called as the interrogative. Here is the present simple tense chart. Okay, it begins with the affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Okay, as I told you just now, interrogative also known as the questions and the short answer. Okay, for tenses, we will focus on the pronoun. Okay, the verbs will be added with s for the singular pronoun, such as he, she, it. And the verb will not be added with s if the pronouns is plural, such as we, they, and the special of I and you. Again, let's revise on the explanations or the introduction of the present simple tense. We use the present simple to talk about habits, routines, or permanent situations. We usually use adverbs of frequency such as always and a time expressions like every day and once a week. Okay, let's begin with the first activity. In page 12, copy and complete the table with the correct form of like, play, and live for the affirmative or the positive sentence. The example given there. They wear jeans or shorts. Notice on the verb of wear without s for plural. Okay, let's try on the first exercise. He, she, or it indicates for singular pronoun. So, the verb should be added with s. What is the answer? Likes urban sports. Next, let's try and revise on the negative statement. I, we, you, and they are plural for plural. So, the verb should not be added with s. As stated in the sentence, they don't need special facilities. Next, let's try the exercise. He, she, it indicates singular. Let's check on the answer. It don't play football. Again, the negative sentence will start with the don't. Okay, don't is the short form or the short answer for do not. Next, let's revise on the present simple for questions and short answers. As stated in the table, do I, or do we, or do you, or do they? What is the answer? Live in a city. Again, for plural, the verb should not be added with s. Okay, again, auxiliary verb of do is used to form negative sentences and questions in English, as stated in the negative statement and questions and short answers statement. Next, okay, we move to the second practice. I am going to read to you the instruction. Read the spelling rules on page 19. Then, complete the sentences with the present simple form of the verbs in brackets. Number 1. Jenna does a lot of sport in her free time. 2. We don't have time to play that game now. 3. That film, okay, as indicated as a singular film, finishes at 1 a.m. Number 4. My dad worries when I come home late. Number 5. Jay does not go to concerts very often. Okay, according to the third person spelling rules, for most verbs, add s to the infinitive, okay, such as draw for draws, cook for cooks. Next, for verbs that end in s, such as watch, add es. Next, for verbs that end in consonant plus y, omit the y and add ies, as in flies and studies. The irregular verbs don't follow the rules, such as have could be has, and be or the verb to be could be is or are. Next, let's move to practice 3. Write the questions, then write answers that are true for you. Again, this activity will be based on page 12 in your textbook. Let's refer to the example in the red box. You belong to any clubs. Let's try to create on the questions. Do you belong to any clubs? Yes, I do. I belong to a tennis club. Next, let's try the questions. Number 1. Do your friends go to the cinema? Yes or no? It depends to your opinion. You may answer yes, they do, or no, they don't. Next, question 2. Your school. Does your school organize interesting trips? Because schools indicate 1, then use does to indicate present simple for school. Okay, what is the answer? Yes, it does, or no, it doesn't. Next, do your parents like pop music? Because parents considered as a plural, so we use do, the auxiliary verb of do. How can we answer? Whether yes, they do, or no, they don't. Question number 4. Does your town have a football team? Again, if the noun is singular, use does. Next, what kind of answer we can put or we can write to answer the question? Either yes, it does, or no, it doesn't. Next, let's take a look and revise on present continuous tense. As same as present simple, it also comes with affirmative or the positive sentence, negative sentence, and interrogative or the questions. Okay, present continuous tense based on the verb to be of am, are, and is, plus with the verb and the additional of ing to indicate that the activity is happening. Okay, let's read on the explanation. We use the present continuous to describe activities which are happening now or temporary situations. We usually use time expressions such as now, at the moment, this week, and today. Let's check on practice 4. Okay, I'm going to read on the instruction. Copy and complete 1 to 4 with the correct forms of be. Again, be indicates of verb to be. For present continuous, there will be 3 of verb to be: am, is, and are. Use short forms where possible. Let's try. For the affirmative statement or the positive statement, I am running. This is what is the meaning by the short forms. It is supposed to be written as I am, as in am, but you may make it short by putting the apostrophe to indicate as in I am running. Next, let's try on exercise 1 for the negative statement. I am not joking. And 2, he, she, it is for singular, is not listening or isn't listening. Short forms for is not. Next, let's try and let's revise on the questions and short answers statement. Am I going too fast? Yes, I am. Next, are we or are you or are they practicing? Yes, we, you, they are. Next, let's try on exercise 4. Is he or she wearing trainers? No, he or she isn't. Isn't is the short forms of is not. Okay. Short forms in the present continuous are usually used except in affirmative short answers. Okay, as shown in your screen here. Next, let's move to practice 5 and 6 in present continuous. Write questions using the present continuous. Are you feeling hungry? Are you wearing jeans today? Are your parents working at the moment? Are you speaking English? Okay, for practice 6, work in pairs. Do at home with your family members. Okay, as we are stay at home, okay, and we do not begin our lesson at school, so you can practice and express yourself by asking, okay, and answering questions, okay, taken from the exercise number 5. Next, exercise 7. Complete the dialogue with the present continuous form of the verbs in brackets. What are you doing? I am looking at some photos. Did you take them? Yeah. I am studying photography. Well, they are not teaching you much. I am not joking. These photos are bad. What is wrong with this one? The sun's shining and you are not standing in the right place to take the photo. How about this one of my brother? He's making a funny face. Okay. Again, let's check on the exercises. Okay, here is the exercises that I'm going to give you, and I will upload it into the Google Classroom. Okay, as for the instruction, write answers only. Don't forget to write the main number, indicates 1, 2, 3 until 7, to differentiate each exercise accordingly. Okay, before we stop our lessons, I would like to remind to you on the next topic. Okay, it will be vocabulary and listening. Okay, it will be on page 13 on your textbook. Thank you, everyone.